Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Greene Room. I'm Garrett Greene, bringing you all the latest scores and news from around the various sporting leagues. Tonight we have NBA basketball, baseball, collegiate basketball, a little bit of football news, and we might even sprinkle in a little bit of soccer. Let's get started with a little bit of news from the NBA. A couple of news, even though the trade deadline is over, you have players moving around. It should be noted that Kendrick Perkins signed a 4-year deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder today, so they lock him up at center, a key piece. If the Thunder, who are a young squad, want to make a run at a title, they consider him a key piece, and it's something that they were able to do that Boston was not. On another note, Troy Murphy elects to join the Boston Celtics, not the Miami Heat, who let go of Arroyo, and we're looking to clear out one more player now. The Heat will still more than likely get Mike Bibby, who, as we mentioned last night, was bought out of his $6.2 million contract by the Washington Wizards, will most likely join them. Now on to the scores tonight from the association. Dallas Mavericks topped the Philadelphia 76ers 101-93. The Pacers beat the Warriors 109-100. The Magic beat the New York Knicks 116-110. Dwight Howard goes for 30 points and 16 rebounds. The Toronto Raptors beat the New Orleans Hornets 96-90. The Bucks beat the Pistons 92-90. The Lakers beat the Timberwolves 90-79. A lot of 90s tonight. The Grizzlies topped the San Antonio Spurs 109-93. Remember, the Spurs are playing without point guard Tony Parker for the first time tonight, out 2 to 4 weeks with that calf injury. And the Rockets beat the Trailblazers 103-87. Now a little bit of baseball news. It's spring training, and we come back to the Arizona Cardinals, who had Chris Carpenter on the mound today, and he injured his hamstring today while pitching in their spring league game. Now it should be noted that they said that the injury is not major, but after already losing Adam Wainwright, a 20-game winner and runner-up for the Cy Young last year, this is the last thing that St. Louis Cardinals fans want to hear. We wish all the best for Chris Carpenter, and we hope that he will come back again. It is not expected to be serious, but just a little bit of cause for concern. On to NCAA basketball. A lot of action in the Big Ten tonight, along with a couple of other interesting games. You had number 1 Ohio State back at that number 1 spot, taking out Penn State 82-61. Purdue wins a close one against Illinois 75-67. San Diego State, ranked number 9 in the latest polls, tops Wyoming 85-58. Number 14 Florida tops Alabama 78-51. Kentucky upsets Vanderbilt, if you can say that. Kentucky ranked number 23, Vanderbilt ranked number 20, 68-66. Nebraska continues tearing their way through the Big 12 and upsetting teams as they beat number 24 Missouri 69-58. And a couple of other games of mention. Oklahoma State beats Baylor at home 71-60, and Boston College tops Virginia Tech 76-61. Now, a little bit of soccer news sprinkled in here. We generally don't hop across the pond that often and catch up with soccer, but it should always be noted when Chelsea plays Manchester United, and Chelsea beats Man U today 2-1. Now on to the NHL. You have the Dallas Stars topping the Phoenix Coyotes 3-2 tonight. The Canucks and the Blue Jackets are tied at 1-1 with about 2.5 minutes left to go in overtime right now. The Avalanche are up on the Sharks 1-0 with about 9 minutes left to go in the third period. The Hurricanes top the Panthers 2-1. The Sabres top the Rangers 3-2. The Capitals beat the Islanders 2-1 in overtime. The Canadiens beat the Thrashers 3-1. The Bruins top the Senators 1-0. The Flames beat the Blues 6-0. And the Oilers top the Predators 2-1 in a shootout. Now, to wrap things up, we'll go back and we'll talk about the NFL. And today, a federal judge found in favor of the players' union and said that the owners unfairly and illegally secured a $4 billion TV revenue that said that they were preparing for the lockout. Now, I don't know what all the legal ramifications of this are, but what I can tell you is that this is a major victory for the NFL Players Association, who is looking to do everything they can to get that upper hand on the owner, who these owners are already billionaires. As mentioned last night, some of them could survive up to 2 years without a game being played, and some players really do live on a check-by-check basis, so it'll be very important to see how this plays out. Again, the collective bargaining agreement for the NFL expires at midnight Thursday night going into Friday. Well, that's all that we have tonight in the Greene Room. Tune in again tomorrow night. Check it all out, and make sure that you check out College Crossfire at 9:30. I will be on there. Channel 15 if you're in the dorms, and 29.1 if you have digital antenna here in Austin. Until then, I'm Garrett Greene. Have a good evening, Austin, Texas, and the rest of the world. And hook 'em horns.